Okay, hi again, everybody. I hope you are doing fine. So, today we have a new lesson. It's the second part of reported speech. Last time we had reported speech in the present. Now we are going to have reported speech from the past. Means we are going to report something which happened in the past. Okay, so as you see in the picture, it's the same classroom. So last time we had it now we're going to have it from the past. So don't panic, let's go step by step and see what we've got here. So what does it say here? Months ago, the teacher and his students had this conversation. So we have here months ago, which means it could be 10 months ago, 1 year, 2, something happened in the past. Means the students and the teacher had this conversation. Okay, so what was the conversation? So let's read it. Samir, what can you tell me about this lesson today? Well, this lesson is very easy. Do you understand all these rules, Jamila? No, sir, I don't. Why are you saying this now? Some structures are difficult for me because I didn't study them last year. It's okay, just pay attention and don't worry. Alright, so you see here, so the students who were present, so we have here teacher, we have Jamila, and we have Mary, and here we have Samir, and we have John. Okay, so this is our classroom. So here, this is Mary. You see here Mary. Mary, she was present at the time. She was there with her class, and she is now reporting the whole story. She is telling us what happened at that time. So here what does she say? The teacher asked Samir what he could tell him about that lesson that day. Samir said that lesson was very easy. But when the teacher asked Jamila if she understood all those rules, she answered that she didn't. She asked her why she was saying that. Then she replied that some structures were difficult for her, and she told him also that she hadn't studied them the year before. In the end, the teacher told Jamila to pay attention and advised her not to worry. So as you see here, first what to notice, you have reporting verbs in the past. Okay, because she is telling us something which happened in the past. He asked, she said, he told, you see here. So here, the teacher asked Samir what he could tell him about that lesson that day. So do you remember in the dialogue we have, what can you tell me about this lesson today? Here it becomes what he could tell him about that lesson that day. So what was the answer of Samir? Samir said that lesson was very easy. In the dialogue we have this lesson is very easy. So that, and here we have was. So when the teacher asked Jamila if she understood all those rules, in the dialogue we have, do you understand all these rules, Jamila? Because here it's yes or no question. We have if, and we have do you understand? She becomes understood. Understand, understood. Simple present, simple past. We have here these becomes those. What did she answer? She answered in simple past that she didn't. In the dialogue we have no, I don't. Hence she did. So he asked her why she was saying that then. Because in the dialogue you have why are you saying this now? So becomes are you present continuous, becomes here past continuous. Why she was saying this becomes that, and now becomes then. She replied, it means she answered. What did she say? Some structures were difficult for her. She said some structures are difficult for me. reported it's going to be some structures were difficult for her, for Jamila. She told him also, she said also that she hadn't studied them before. So she said, I didn't study them. It's simple past in negative becomes past perfect in negative. She didn't study them. So here, last year, it is put here the year before or the previous year. So in the end, the teacher said, it's okay, don't worry, Jamila. So it is reported here, he told Jamila to pay attention. It's an order here. And advise her not to worry. Because in the dialogue we have pay attention, it becomes told Jamila to pay attention. And we have don't worry, advised her, or urged her, or commanded her not to worry. Okay? So, the concept of reported speech from the past, we have all the reporting verbs in the past. And we have the tense is shifted one step backward. For example, we have simple present becomes simple past. Past present continuous becomes past continuous. Simple past becomes past perfect. Present perfect, where we have has been, have been, becomes had been. Modal verbs like can becomes could, must becomes had to, will becomes would. And we have the expressions of time like now becomes then, like today becomes that day. We're going to see this in detail. I think the idea is clear. So in details now here, this lesson is very easy. Samir said that lesson was very easy. So here we have said reporting verb. This is that for statement, and this becomes here that. Here was becomes was. So of course this is a statement. There is an example. Jamal, my friends, doesn't understand the course today. Jamal said that his friend, my friend becomes he doesn't understand becomes didn't understand. Of course we have today becomes that they. Said reporting verb in the past. That goes with statement. More examples here. Jamila said, no sir, I don't. She answered, no, she didn't. Jamila, some structures are difficult for me because I didn't study them last year. We have she replied, means she answered. Some structures were, here we have are becomes were. For me here because she's speaking here, for her because someone is reporting. She told him also that she hadn't studied. Pay attention here, we have I didn't study, it's in simple past here becomes past perfect. Hadn't studied them. We have here last year becomes the year before. And last one, just an example. These people have never seen me here. So John told Phyllis that those people, we have here these becomes those have had never seen him, me, him. Here becomes there. Alright? I think this is all four statements, it's clear. I don't think you will have any difficulties. For WH question words, teacher, what can you tell me about this lesson? You see, it's a question using modal verbs. We have just inversion. So teacher asked Samir, this is a reporting verb asked in the past. We have WH word what becomes what, and we have here can becomes could, what he could tell him about this lesson, that lesson. Just only we have here interrogative form, here becomes statement. Here we have question and here it becomes statement. Why are you saying this now? The teacher asked Jamila why she was saying that then. We have here now becomes then. Why? Here why are you saying this? It's present continuous. Here becomes she was saying that. Okay, so ask reporting verb in the past, of course, and WH words. We saw this. Go with open-ended question. Here are more examples. For example, imagine the teacher is going to ask Samir, where did you study these rules last year? So here, of course, it's question simple past, and we have last year. So teacher wanted to know it means in the past. Where Samir had seen. Here, where did you see it? Simple past becomes had seen. Here, past perfect. These rules, those rules. Here, last year, the year before. Okay, that's it. Now for for yes or no questions here. Do you understand all these rules? It's yes or no question. So teacher asked Jamila, we have if, we know this. Do you understand? It's in simple present, becomes here. Understood, these, those. Very simple. Yes or no question. Another one, teacher, have you all got the point now? It's also yes or no question. So teacher asks students if, or we say whether. Okay, whether. So the teacher asks students whether they had all got. So here we can had got the point now, then. So I repeat, if or whether, it's the same. Ask reporting verb, and if goes with yes or no question. The last part here is we have commands. So as you see here, we have teacher, pay attention. Here it's an order, because here you have exclamation mark. You see it? Exclamation mark, it's here. So it's an order. So here, teacher ordered Jamila to pay attention. So here, exclamation in affirmative, so positive, pay attention, to pay attention. Here, teacher, don't worry. So it's in negative form. So also it's an order. So teacher advised her not to worry. I think that's it. It's clear. So, as you see here, some examples, you are going to do them. You stop the video. I'm waiting for my husband here. She said, what? Finish. I will go to Paris tomorrow. She said that, what? I can speak 2 languages now. She said, or she told me, or something, or she told her. Here, commands, go there. So we have here a command. He ordered him, what? You finish. Don't cheat in the exam or on the exam. So here, he ordered him, you finish. Are you free tomorrow? Here, yes or no questions. So he asked her whether or if, and you complete. Can you do this for me? Also, it's yes or no question. So he asked her if. You continue. Have you finished your work? It's yes or no question. He asked her if or whether. How is your family? Now here WH question words. How is your family today? He wanted to know, or he asked her, and you finished. How? Where did you go yesterday? This is a question in simple past. Did you go? So it's going to be had gone. So he asked her where, and you complete. Who wrote this? It's wrote in simple past. It's going to be had written. So he asked her, and he complete. And this is a final chart. As you see here, changes reported speech. We are talking about the past here. So here, I am sick today. He said that he was sick that day. She works in an office. She told me that she worked in that office. We have here this, that. I'm watching TV now. She said that she was TV now. We will go to Rabat tomorrow. She said that they would go to Rabat next day. Can speak, he could speak. So we have here all the past, the changes. We have now, then, today, that day, next year, following year, tomorrow, next day, here, there. We saw this in. This is more complex tenses. So we have here, I have seen him. He had seen him. I visited last week. Had visited, simple past perfect. I had gone past perfect. It stays past perfect. It doesn't change. A little bit where we have some difficulty here. You must stop smoking, because we don't have a simple past form of must. It is substituted. It is replaced by had to. Okay, so here yesterday, day before, and that's it. So here, this is first exercise here only about statements. You report report statement we have here. He has worked in this bank for years. She told her husband that. Okay, you finish. I went there yesterday. He said that he had gone there the day before. So you finish. You complete. You did exercise. This one is in interrogative form. Questions. Okay. You do the questions here. Will she be in London next week? She wanted to know if. I don't know. Okay, it's clear. So this is where you're going to show whether it's a little production stage. You attended an event, say debate or discussion or something like this, or police interrogation. So maybe the police invited you for an interrogation. You were suspected of doing something wrong, so you had an interrogation with the police. So here you report what happened. Maybe you start here. The policeman asked me where I had been when the accident happened. So I said that I had been sleeping, or I said that I had never been there. Or then between he asked my sister, she replied that she was sleeping at that time. Okay, it's like this. So you write a sort of a paragraph where first you write what happened, if it happened. If it's not, you just imagine something happened and you tell us about it. All right. So far, I hope that you've understood reported speech in the past, but we're going to see from the interaction that we are going to see in comment section below. Please, if you've got any question, just let me know and we are going to clarify more. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Take much care and bye-bye.